long as we're far away, he won't be able to remove her power.
That's right, Cat Noir. Next, Butterfly will lend me the Butterfly Miraculous.
With the arrival of Miraculous World Paris also comes a newly introduced world and alternate versions of the characters we've already become fans of. With this being the shortest Miraculous special yet, we can't help but wonder what else could be in store for the new adventures of Shadybug and Claw Noir. However, with only a glimpse of the world they come from, there is still plenty of room left for speculation. Join us in today's video as we list the top 10 questions everyone wants answered as the special ends.
Wait! In our world, we always do a little something when things end well.
Number 1. Who is the Supreme? Hearing through Butterfly what kind of man the Supreme is, we're left hoping to see what a man with so much power could look like. Could he be a character we already know or someone entirely new to the series? Unfortunately, none of those questions were answered for us, which leaves fans questioning who this man could be. Not only does he have complete power over the Miraculouses themselves, but also the holders he chooses. With this in mind, the supervillain must be someone with immense knowledge about the Kwamis and the powers each one of them holds. We also know he has the power to prevent anyone from calling on Gimme, which tells us that he not only knows about the god, but that he's also found a way to control them as well.
Only the Supreme defines reality. Reality is the Supreme.
Number 2. Do the Kwamis have powers we don't know about? Throughout the series, we've seen Tiki and Plague use their powers many times. From Cat Noir's Cataclysm to Viperian's Second Chance. Each Miraculous has powers different from the other. However, despite seeing each hero use their Miraculouses many times, the way we see Claw Noir and Shadybug use theirs in this special is unlike anything we have ever seen before. Not only can the two villains use their powers without stopping, but we also see them fight in ways Cat Noir and Ladybug never have. With Claw Noir morphing his staff into nunchucks and Butterfly using his Kimiko to let Ubiquity open a portal, it makes us question what else the Miraculouses are capable of. With new possibilities, there's no telling how much every Miraculous can do.
I know you know.
Number 3. Why is Chloe always the villain? We have always known Chloe to be the bully who has it out for Marinette. In each season, her bullying gets worse, and as we see in Heart Hunter, she even decides to join forces with Hawkmoth. It's no secret that the girl is rarely on the side of the heroes, and because of her attempts at ruining Marinette's life, some would even call her a villain. However, in the alternate universe, most things are the opposite of what we know. The Butterfly Miraculous user is a hero, while the Ladybug and Cat Miraculous users are the villains. It would make sense for the same to apply to Chloe, making her a much better person in this alternate universe. However, we know from Shadybug that this isn't true, and even in the terrible world they come from, Chloe is the villain. This doesn't seem right, as the alternate universe is the reverse version of the Paris we're all aware of, and this has everyone wondering, why is Chloe playing the role of a bully and villain in a reversed world?
I'm no longer your fan, Ladybug. I don't love you anymore, and I'm still going to leave with Mommy.
Number 4. Why doesn't Monarch use his powers the same way Butterfly does? The first character we see utilizing their powers in the special is Butterfly, who uses his Kimiko to grant Ubiquity the ability to open a portal to an alternate universe. Seeing something as strange and new by the Butterfly Miraculous holder makes us question why Monarch hasn't used his power for something similar in the show. We're used to seeing the villain grant any power his akumatized villains choose, but we rarely see the Miraculous used in the same way Butterfly does. Knowing he could give anyone, including himself, the power to open portals to alternate dimensions makes us wonder why Monarch hasn't done so sooner. We see him attempt to do so at the end of the special, but Ladybug manages to stop him. If Monarch could use the same powers, he wouldn't need the other Miraculouses to win against Ladybug and Cat Noir, which makes us question why he wouldn't have used the power sooner.
Far from over, Ladybug. You may have escaped me once again in this universe.
Number 5. How does the Supreme keep control over all the Miraculouses? We know the Supreme has uncontrollable reign over every Miraculous in their universe. What we don't know, however, is how he obtained this power. Of course, if he possessed one or all of the miracle boxes, then he'd be able to command each Kwami to do what he said. But if this is the case, how could he take the miracle box in the first place? We're made aware that he appoints certain people he trusts to be the holder of the Miraculouses, those he deems worthy and who will follow his command. Butterfly explains how he is one of the chosen few, but as we know, he steals 2 Miraculouses and escapes. As the special ends, we also see both Claw Noir and Shadybug steal their Miraculouses as well. Does this mean he has control over the rest of the set? Or could there be even more Miraculouses he has lost control of?
They all belong to the Supreme, who uses them only to perpetuate his own power.
The Supreme?
Number 6. Why can only the Supreme summon Gimme? When Shadybug tries to merge the Ladybug and Cat Miraculouses to summon Gimme, the Kwami of reality, they are prevented from doing so due to the magical seal casted by the Supreme. He wouldn't want anyone getting their hands on the god's power, because if someone did, they could then seize the rest of the Miraculouses from him. What we can't understand is how the man can control Gimme in such a way and keep their power only for him. When we first meet with Gimme in Recreation, we can see how they talk to Gabriel with such profound knowledge and power. It makes us wonder how someone like the Supreme took control of the god. Number 7. How are the characters' lives different? As the special begins, the first familiar face we see is that of Butterfly, who we know to be Gabriel Agreste, working with the heroes to defend their universe. This is the first non-evil version of the man we've seen in the show, and as the special continues, we see even more characters demonstrating the opposite of what we are used to seeing from them. We don't, however, get to see every character we've met throughout the series, which leaves room for speculation on how those characters' lives could also be different from what we've seen. With everything being seemingly the opposite in this alternate world, it wouldn't come as a surprise to see Chloe being the hero she always wanted to be, or Lila taking Ladybug's place as the best hero in Paris.
They could be hiding anywhere.
And they will do anything to get their hands on my Miraculous.
Number 8. How do the Kwamis live every life at the same time? As Tiki tells us near the beginning of the special, all Kwamis live their lives through the multiverse simultaneously, which explains how Shadybug and Ladybug can both have Tiki as their Kwami. Knowing this opens up more questions for everything we know about the Miraculous Ladybug series. This new information makes fans question everything they've seen of each Kwami. It also puts out even more questions about them and the powers they give their holders. Although we know they date back to the beginning of the universe and that their abilities can be used for both good and evil, it still doesn't make sense why they have been able to live so many different lives, with each being entirely different from the other.
Why didn't you tell me about this?
It's just, I've lived for billions of years in every single one of these universes simultaneously.
Number 9. Who has the Miraculouses in their world? Although we see both Alia and Nino in their alternate forms, the only characters confirmed to be Miraculous holders are Shadybug, Claw Noir, and Butterfly. This leaves 16 other Kwamis without a holder and room for speculation on who could be the holders of the other Miraculouses. Since it's the Supreme's reign and that he gets to decide who holds the Miraculouses, we can assume the heroes we know were not chosen by him in this alternate universe. Wanting power and loyalty, the Supreme would likely only pick those closest to him and who can guarantee would not betray him. With that said, the mayor of Paris or even Chloe's whole family could be well suited to using their powers for evil instead of good. Someone like Lila could be a holder as well if what we know of her remains the same in their world.
Like you, Celesticat. Do you accept this gift I am offering you for the greater good?
Number 10. What could this mean for the future of Miraculous Ladybug? The possibilities the special opens up in the universe of Miraculous are endless. With different Miraculous holders and the Kwamis living alternate lives too, the return of these characters or newly introduced ones could change everything about the Paris we know. We hope to see more of every universe introduced in future episodes and how they can change the storyline completely. With a new and even more dangerous villain introduced, there's no telling what meeting him could change about the universe or how many questions could be answered by his introduction.
Are you sure your simple plan is gonna work, Your Highness?
My plan is foolproof.
With so many questions left for us to ponder, it makes us hopeful one day we could have the answers. As we wait for Season 6 and future specials, our many questions are bound to have some type of answer, even if none of our assumptions come to fruition. It only leaves room for even more mysteries and therefore pulls us deeper into the wonderful world of Miraculous Ladybug.
Are you kidding? I'm the opposite of you. All I've gotten is pain and suffering from that horrible Chloe Bourgeois.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Your friend Marinette, is she safe?
Yes, I made sure of that.
And she's confirmed with me that she's okay.